Hey everybody, and welcome to another Hunters Connect video. On this video, I'm going to take a little bit more in-depth look on scouting for waterfowl and where to find them. Waterfowl congregate around water. That's how they act. So if you are hunting over water, that's what you're going to want to look for. You're going to want to look for lakes and rivers and marshes and sloughs and flooded timber, anything that's going to hold water and have a place for the ducks to live. Now, if you're a field hunter, you're going to want to look for agriculture in relation to water where the ducks are going to roost. So starting on that, if you're looking at satellite imagery or aerial photography or maps, what you want to look for first is the water sources. You want to be looking for all of the different types of water sources and then looking at those in relation to food sources. Ducks need food and water, and they're going to congregate in places where those are more readily available. So if I'm looking at satellite imagery, I'm going to look for marshes and sloughs and see if it's in close proximity to a cornfield or a wheat field or a bean field, places that they can hop to and go and feed close by. Now, if you're hunting diving ducks, you're really only focusing on water because they're going to be eating things like crustaceans and seaweed, freshwater shrimp, and anything that lives within those waters. Diving ducks are going to feed on that. If you're hunting puddle ducks, you're going to want to look for, like I said earlier, those sources of water that are in close proximity to food sources. Something within 10 to 15 miles of a water source. If there's a lot of agriculture around, you can almost count on the fact that there's going to be ducks and geese in that area. And then it's figuring out where they're going to feed, where they're going to roost. And lastly, it's really all about covering the miles. And after you've looked at all the maps and done all the research and found as much intel as you can about a certain area, it's getting boots on the ground, tires on the road, and covering the miles and looking for birds. Now, one big advantage that hunters have when waterfowling is that waterfowl have to fly, and it makes it easier for us to figure out their location. So in the mornings and evenings, when they're going to be moving the most, you want to be out there scouting, looking for their travel routes, looking for where they're roosting, looking for where they're feeding, and don't be afraid to pick up the binoculars and be glassing skylines, looking for birds on the horizon, and figuring out where they're going. And then it's pedal to the metal, figure out where that exact spot is before it either gets too late in the day or too dark to see where they're going. Hopefully that helps you figure out more ways and better ways to find waterfowl to go hunt. Appreciate you looking at this Hunters Connect video, and be sure to check out all of our other content on the YouTube channel if you're a new hunter.